they used Jordan Peele's name as if he was the director or writer, without mentioning who the director and writer actually was in the marketing for the trailer, because to buy the tickets. And there were no reviews a couple days before the film. Usually you get reviews at least a week before. I'm seeing reviews from Chris Tuckers and all these guys a week before. Only on a couple. That is for a reason, y'all. Secretly shite, and they just plastered Jordan Peele's name all over it in order to trick us to get the tickets to buy the film. Him is the film of this quarter of the year, besides Weapons. Now, Weapons, I like Weapons. I thought it was a good film. Underwhelmed by that film. Him, a lot. Especially Jordan Peele's name plastered the trailer. The movie is centered around a football prodigy called Cameron Hayes, who basically is talked about as an career-ending injury, maybe. He's invited to a compound by his idol, the GOAT of football, in order to train there. And from there, we get some very dark, crazy, and disturbing shit. Automatically, when you think of this, you're like, okay, Amen. We also has a lot of satanic imagery in the Nazi symbol, literally in the trailer, in multiple TV spots. Now we're thinking, okay, this is not only about a mentor and a protege, but it's also about the what you have to sacrifice in terms out to maybe the devil, aim for fortune and all that stuff to be the GOAT. And I really wanted to see Jordan Peele's take on this, because Jordan Peele, even though a lot of people hail him up, he gets a too, because a lot of his films are about one thing, and it's race. People give him flack for like, oh, here we go, in a film where the white man's putting the black man. Now, to be fair, Get Out's the only movie that blatantly does that. Race is always an undertone and a prominent factor in his films, don't get me wrong, and Get Out is my favorite of his three, but Us, he has concepts. Unique ways to talk about social issues that he's demonstrating. Like The Crossing from Us, which is crazy. The fucking alien from Nope that represents spectacle and the consequences of that. Right? So I wanted to see his take on superstars make deals with the devil, or are the elites all in tandem kind of elitist sect or cult that has to do. Are there blood rituals, contracts, human rituals? A lot of people theorize that shit like this could be happening. So I wanted to see if there was a Hollywood movie that could actually address this. This movie addresses some of that, but it does it horrendously. And let me start off with the good. Everyone's gonna say this in every review you've seen. Marlon Wayans is great. And I don't want to be one of these guys who's like, oh man, he's such a surprise. No, he's a fucking actor, and he'll be the best part of this movie. There's a dialogue scene between him and Cameron in a sauna where he's looking back at his career and all the things he misses about football and being a star, and you can see jealousy as he looks at Cameron, the guy who's supposed to replace him as the GOAT. And it's great. I would say the first half of this film is decent. It's serviceable. Pretty good. Now, you do start to get the sense that this is edited and directed like an MTV music video / Super Bowl commercial. And that started to get on my nerves a little bit, because substance. Style over substance. The main actor, I'd say he's mostly good. He's pretty good throughout the majority of the film, until the end, when there's some really crazy shit happening and his facial expression doesn't really change. And it's not like this, oh, he's so badly traumatized that he's just going through the motion from Get Out at the end. No. Not enough goes down through a gradual course of events for that to happen. It's no fucking sense. The creepiest part of this movie is the shit with the fan. This obsessed fan who's obsessed with and hates our main
that though. Like, come on, dog. Seriously, it's in your face. Mm. And it's stuff way too deep. You want it too bad, now you to get out. To warn you, subliminally low key, subliminally low key, and these type of into people be so starstruck and don't start them so bad there, whether he wanted to or not. Once he was already there and accepted what his work to get their help and all of it. You got to go through all of it. Ain't no having this stuff. You see what they Okay, so yeah, we get the picture. It's always the same. It's just different how they paint it. I mean, it's so obvious now. If you want to rise to stardom, you know what you got to do. And it's really nothing left to say. You can get so deep into that stuff and try to turn away, but then you know what happens. Just like with uh, Lisa Left Eye, we can get into that. I mean, it's crazy, right? Nobody exempt. Nobody went a different route. Nobody got in any differently. But check this out really quick. So I was waiting on. Okay, that's that. It took like a day or two. I was trying to bust a move with like when I was telling y'all about cryptocurrencies, how you can buy crypto, certain ones, and put in savings and get paid off of it sitting there. So that's what I did with Ethereum on this platform that I'll use as well as Robinhood. And I had just took it all out. This is how much Ethereum I got that was sitting and adding up. And then we'll just show you guys what it looked like. So yeah, they just put that up in there. That was September 26th. I did it at September 26th at 11:30, and it just now completed like probably about an hour ago. Cause I was gonna use this little money. I can just transfer this real quick. So I bought some of this the other night. I have a Cardinal that I put back in there and started staking it again. So let me do this a little bit. Put some more in there and take some out, basically. Uh, so I got like 77. If I put these in there, then it'll add and let it stick again, it'll be just enough to take the rest out, and I have a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna sell it all, and I might put it on my Let me see. I might. I don't know. I'm thinking because I. Oh yeah. Let me show y'all real quick. We're doing too much on this. Now these are cryptocurrencies, like I was showing y'all on that Robinhood app. These big moves gonna happen in the next, uh, let's say 6 weeks, 6 or less weeks exactly from today, November the 1st, October the 18th, November the 5th. These are some important dates to look at. And let me show you why. Now, of course, you all know cryptocurrency. And when you hear cryptocurrency, you know Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. That's why it's the most popular. But since Bitcoin has come out, other coins have come out as well. I mean, so many on here. It's at least 324 coins. Only one people know about is Bitcoin, and it's so high people can't afford $109,000 to purchase one coin. 5 years ago, when they was giving us that, it was $10,000. It still was pretty high, but it was attainable. Um, which would have been a good idea. You could have took out a loan. Say you want to pay it back in 5 years, you would have doubled up. I mean, not doubled up. You would have made a 10 times profit because right now you would have 100,000, and the 10,000 that you initially invested in, you would take. So really, you have 90,000 profit because you'll probably pay like 20,000 back in fees or whatnot from your loan. But nevertheless, like I've seen this within the past 2 months go from 2,500 to 4,600 a year. So its highest peak was 4,800 actually. Proof is right there. I'm not just talking. I actually be paying to this stuff in like a few months ago in May, April. It was even cheap in April, but when I saw it, when I paid attention, it was 2,500. Uh, around May, June, July, 4 months ago. 4 months ago, if you had $1,500, that would have been a really, really nice come up to right now. Because you would have made $3,000 profit. Even now that it's $3,000, it's still less than 5 and 10. And in the next 5 years, who knows, maybe even sooner than that, this would be just like Bitcoin at $50,000, $100,000. But these are ones that's most popular, right? Of course, may not know about Ethereum, and then the last one is Solana, which is the next popular. These are the top three: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. And why use these to make other cryptos, also to purchase cryptos and make NFTs as well. So when I do it on the Ethereum chain, or you could do it on the Solana chain. I'm not sure if blockchain do it as well, but it costs so much. It's cheaper to do it with Ethereum or Solana. So that stuff actually costs. It costs to make coins. It costs to make NFTs. The stuff not free. It's an investment though, nevertheless. So I usually keep a little Ethereum in case if I want to make some NFTs and resell it like that, or just to put it in staking and make a little money because it's so high in value and it's steady going up. Bitcoin don't do that. Solana do. A few different ones do, and I'll show y'all in a bit if you want to know more about what coins you can stake. But nevertheless, these are the cheaper coins that I've been high on that you guys might want to check out. Of course, you know about Shiba and maybe Hedera. Those are cheap coins right now, but these are ones you may not know about and may. World Liberty Financial. Peppy. I have these on a different platform, especially the things that they're doing. Arbitrum, they're less than $1. They're 40 cents. Polkadot, you probably heard about them. I believe they're gonna be the next big thing. They're at $3 right now, but man, who knows how far they're gonna take off. Pudgy Penguins, they've been making a lot of them. Flare, D Chain, all of these are less than $1. These are the ones you really want to buy the most coins you can have. Like, so this is where a whale is, right? Somebody who had like 24,000 bitcoins, which is like a $2.4 billion or something like that. Like this is a high, and they bought the most coins back then and just held on to them so they can sell one at a time. Like if you buy some of the Cosmos, it's like $4. You buy maybe like a million of those, and when they go to $40, that's a really nice profit. Or you buy something that's less than $1, like these pink fuzzy pink ones. They got them even cheaper than this. Like I'll show y'all a nice list that be making moves like Bump, Fetch.ai. You buy like a couple mil one coin, or you can sell 100,000 coins for $100,000, and you won't have spent as much to get so many millions of coins because it's less than $1. But some of this you don't know how fast it'll pop off. But if you want to make some of this profit, you want to invest at the right time. Here go a few more that you might want to check out, like Fifth Network. And I'm going to show you why I marked these for IT, a few moves that's about to happen with these coins. I think we done passed up a few. Yeah, we passed up a. So let's just go with a cheaper one, Jupiter. Um, okay, let's go with Bump. And every chart that I put the star to that you just seen with the yellow, they all have this exact same thing right here from a year ago, November 3rd. Like I say, November 1st to like November 9th. What was that? November 21st. So for the month of November, well, basically the end of October, you want to purchase as many of these as you can. Ride the wave, because it's getting ready to do the same thing. Every coin that I was just the exact same thing. And they all like around the same range price. You got $20 or $5, you could buy 500,000. I don't know for real how many, because I'm just throwing out numbers. But what the Peppy currently is, that's Peppy, because I got these on a different platform. At this current price, you could spend like $20 or like I say like $10 and get you like 1.2 million. So what I might do is just buy in on these. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was gonna cash out. I might cash out. Well, let me see. I'm gonna just buy these because that's what it's gonna do is it's gonna send the money over to my another platform. But I forgot which one I bought. I got some other coins already. Let me see what it's called. It's a 1 inch. So I don't even think that's. Let me see. 1 inch. Here it is. So this one kind of cheap too. It's like 20 cents. And this is oh yeah, I put a star on this one too because it was doing numbers like you see like this at a 2%. So that means it goes down a lot and it goes up a lot. Just like Bitcoin. They do big numbers a day. This is a daily strategy to come up. Like if you want to make profits daily. And you see like these type of moves they make, and that's why I bought these, which was yesterday. Um I think so. But since yesterday I'm back at where I started. But why I bought these coins that I had put the star on, like I was saying around, like this one is ready November 3rd. They all got like the November 3rd, November 1st platforms. These coins not on there. But even if I go like on a different platform where that Peppy coin is on chart is exactly the same. And that chart represents coins that's doing the same type of numbers. This is this one company or whatever. Basically, some investor they met up with other investors. They all got a piece of the pie, and they all created these smaller coins, and they all got the same strategic plan. Because only thing that I could think of is that's the only way they're doing the exact same thing. The charts are looking the exact same. There's no other way. If I buy, no, not buy, well, you buy them really like if I like the coin that I contract hasn't been updated as approval, and what that means is like I don't have this picture right here, and it go to their with all this information. Like this is what I'm missing: my picture and some of this information. Get it approved, and my coin will be out there as well, and it's called the Tay token. But anyway, the plans that I have on my token, the contract that I've written out, it's got a certain, let's just say it's going in a certain direction. Like if it was a game or if it was a movie. So basically, that's what I mean by going a certain direction. The way I advertise it for certain things that it has, the perks or whatnot. That's what that's all about. Some of these coins have NFTs to them, meaning they have pictures, art, different things or whatever, right? Like the Pudgy Penguin, that's actual art. That's an NFT collection that's making his own coin as well, own crypto. Uh, I will make one of them a token, like the Tay token I have. That's already an NFT, and I'll just turn it into a token, which I'm trying to do. Just like the Pudgy Penguin, like my token to be related to art, basically. It'll be based off my art, and that's basically what the Pudgy Penguins is. October 20th, 2024. Um, so this one is off NFTs as well, and they got different decentralized networks. Like this is the DEX. They got DeFi. They got different stuff like crypto stuff and NFTs. If you want to create your own, this stuff will make more sense. If you just want to invest in them, that's that as well. And on here, you can easily put your money on PayPal or out any kind of way, and you can cash in as well as if you want to put money on purchasing some of this stuff. Or you could transfer money from one account to another account. That's why I like PayPal a lot, and I also use my regular bank account, so I could easily transfer money or send a invoice or pay an invoice, and I could put that money into different apps of investments and instantly transfer it, whether it's through cryptos or it's strictly cash, USD. Already got like 3.4, maybe, yeah. So what I could do is buy more of these, or just let me see real quick. I could even use these to buy this. So I could use these cryptos to buy this crypto, and then you can switch out how you buy it too. Like I'll buy 0 inch, 0 Pepe, because hold on, let me change this because it's not enough to buy. So now, like you'll click here, and you can say only 5% of my Ethereum on there, and it says that that'd be like 75 cents out of that little $3, and that'll get me not even a lot of Ethereum. I mean, a lot of I give me 1 Pepe, $1 worth of Pepe. Well, nah, they saying you got to be $1 worth at least. So what I'll do is go back. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna just click on this again. It's like $3. Um, all right, so yeah, it could do 75%. I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna just leave this stuff alone. I'm gonna just let it sit and wait because what I really might do is just buy more of these or one of those things. And what you could also do, like the DeFi, that's what this is. A DeFi. I mean, this was made to do other things. Even the Web3, like her stuff, she doing numbers. Let me see what this is about. It's AI. It's A1 Flies Anonymous Organization. Decentralized Anonymous Organization. That's what EAO stands for. That leverages artificial intelligence to manage venture capital investments, governs decisions, and operates as the flagship, an open source framework that enables users to deploy anonymous on-chain AI agents. The project utilizes driven determinalized, so this might be something to look into. Project function, allowing participants to engage in AI govern investment strategies without traditional intermediaries. Token utility. So I like the two-layer ones. They could do more stuff. Recent updates to the tokenomics have proposed transitioning into a layer one blockchain to support decentralized agents development with that recovery network native token. 100% token supply is currently circulating with no specific allocation designed to individuals or entities. So with this, like you could come up with them a little bit, but not really like that. Like they're anonymous group who do anonymous things, and they really I don't really know too much about it, but like it's basically like you don't have no say so in their stuff. Let me go back. You could get NFTs on here too. Let me just take the search off. All right, here we go. Down here, you can do gaming token. Like these are gaming like Gala. I'm not too sure about all of this stuff. I don't really play games, but like this one up 14%. Like this something to look into. September the 26th. So yeah, this one. So around December the 5th, they had their biggest moment. And right now, yeah, they done moved up a pretty a lot. They got high potential. So they're gonna make it to like 30 cents. I'm gonna see how much I could buy of these. This I think this is the perfect move. And it's a mythical game behind the Blank Codes Block Party, a popular multiplayer game in early October 2022. So yeah, I think this is it. We gonna rock with them. They down 73%. So they got a lot of growth there, especially doing 14% moves in the last 24 hours. They're ready to bounce back. It's exciting. Let me see. So for the day they down, but I mean they did a lot yesterday. I'm gonna just I don't know. I really want to buy in with it because the next few months I just let this sit. So spend the rest of the Ethereum on there, and then you could do it like this too. You could just say max, and then they'll put it all up there. Then you'll have uh out of like point 0.2 Ethereum. This be kind of confusing at the bottom to me, honestly. I don't like the way they do it like that. But yeah, we could just see how much we could get. and they always want $1 too. Like that's why I really don't be moving too much. And then I don't like to do these numbers like this either. Like on other platforms, they get straight to it, and now they don't really be doing all this extra shit. Like many of them, but whatever, right? I get. So this is an app I really use to like long term. A lot of fees and all this extra bullshit. If you're not moving like 500 or more, then it's $1 fee. But go through with it. It's like warning because this one do big moves and it can crush your account. But whatever, right? Y'all crush my account with all these little petty fees. But whatever. No risk, no reward. And this isn't a high risk. It isn't like no unhealthy risk. It isn't nothing detrimental. But anyway, we'll let that load and do its thing or whatnot. But yeah, these the NFTs. Them like Pudgy Penguins I was just telling y'all about. They got a lot of artwork. Of course, you know Acorn, they was the number one for the longest. And like you can have a piece of their whole profile basically. They've been coming up so much lately, Pudgy Penguins. They moving their art. I don't know about these other ones, but let me see if I can buy in with them a little bit. And then what's cool about this too, even though I got money in these accounts, these savings accounts, I can switch a little bit out of that account and put it somewhere else. And as you can see, like I spent 303, but they took $1.03. Then it's 80 on here, and then if I take the off the staking, 251, they might charge another dollar to buy this stuff. But I'm gonna take this off after I get paid again on this Thursday, and then all of the money that I made off that from staking, I'm gonna just put it all on one of these. I might leave it on that particular coin, but just have it in that stash of that coin instead of in the savings where I can spend it or uh, reinvest. And that's why this went down because they charged me $1 to purchase something else until I make a little profit back or whatever. But I got a diversified portfolio now, so I have four different. Well, I have two cryptos, one DeFi, and then one Hummer token. And then that's that. I mean, yeah. You know, you try to get up out the game, you start trying to in too deep, following behind these celebrities, thinking that you have a real chance of being successful as these people. It don't matter what industry, it's all the same. Once you keep on switching over from whatever screen, it won't be irritating than a motherfucker. What up, broski? So now I'm kind of frustrated because I don't know if y'all just seen these demonstrations or not. And it's a lot to go through. Like, I mean, this is the profile I was just doing whatever I was talking about with all of this stuff. The 1x, the myth. This is the DeFi account right here. And they got the like 14% move. They doing big moves. This what I was talking about, like the holdings, like it's 33 point whatever, whatever. Like I don't like how they do that. Like just say how much it is. I don't really care about those extra numbers. That's what I just bought. Um, this is the cryptocurrency I got, and this is another cryptocurrency I got. And this is how I diversify my portfolio. Move some of my I bought this here. No, I bought this game token with some of my Ethereum, and they charged me $1 to do that, which was stupid. Plus the whatever I was trying to buy. But these here with all these stars on here, these are all of the ones that I encourage y'all to look out for because these the ones, the money makers, whether you do it today or you do it the long run, but these do numbers. That's the reason numbers. This was a few days ago, yesterday. Like this all within this past couple of days of just moving money around and taking money out. And if ever you want to take your money out, all you do is click it, right? Um this was staking, my bad. I got that staking. So that's like in the savings. I had to take it out, then take it off. But with this not in no savings or nothing. I'll just sell. I'll click here. Well, I just go like that because I got it in that. Oh yeah, I got to go to the destination first, and then I'll just go to my credit card, or I'll go to PayPal on here as well. I don't know why they're not showing it, or I could just put it into any one of these accounts. But if I want to put it to my credit card, then I'll just do like this, instant withdrawal, and then well, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna click on one of these real quick, and then you just do the money of it to come off, and then you go do it like that, and you take it off, and it goes sent straight over to this or wherever you choose to send it to. But yeah, that's that. And I don't even think it showed low key. Let me see. I don't think so. Yeah, I really don't. I don't know, man. I really don't. I've been having an uphill battle like a mug these past few months. Just the enemy is just trying to stop my flow, want me to give up, and it's more persistent than ever. Frustrating, irritating, but whatever, right? Still going for it. Um, Making videos, this shit don't load, or if it do load, it take like 4 days. Like it's just wild, dog. Like I could watch videos, I could do stuff on my phone. I don't have the same phone I used to, so my enthusiasm, my energy, my create everything. I don't really enjoy it as much as I did before because of the situation I have, the tools that I have. It's like you're trying to build a sticks and a fucking decent enough rock to chisel it in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how I feel as far as the tools and the situations that I'm enduring with just running a business and just having a peace of mind. Shit be wild, dog. But yeah, I ain't gonna bore y'all too much. I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna just figure it out. But the link's always in the bio, nevertheless, that shit I'm going on nonstop. I'm gonna let Lisa Left Eye play it out and I get from this as far as mental health because it's important the way that you think and the thoughts and understand and engage in the way that other people think and the people you fuck with. Because we are a part of each other's success and we are a part of each other's downfall. You want to engage with people, places, and things that add to you and not take away and not drain your energy. And if you want to Focus on that shit. Go ahead. Don't fuck with me. Yo, um. So yeah, enough of that. The stock. Like I don't really like that app like that because they steady charging and shit. But they gotta make their money, and I'm gonna make my money. So it is what it is. I'm not really tripping. I was, but not no more. Hold on, I think I'm hearing shots. That motherfucker shooting around. I know it'd be weird shit going on at night, but in the morning, no, no. I got very good hearing. Trying to see what's going on. I could tell he real controlling. The arm ass on. Damn. Shit crazy, man. That's the thing about alcoholism. They always want somebody to drink with them. Misery loves company. And the way he was treating them and acting, he was well on his way to being alone. Miserable at that and starting to drip misery onto her. Man, it's getting good and hear shit. Now, this is what she said, and I don't doubt her not one bit. I full heartedly believe everything she's saying. I think since she was young, so talented, they kind of molded her to the industry and kind of pushed her towards that way, seeing her ambitious goals and dreams, and they, whispering in her ear, placing her around creeps like this dude. Probably told her, "We need to go to this club. It's a paid event. It's business." But while she there thinking what they said is business, is that he's there to go follow her around and basically be her handler and put all this witchcraft spells on her type stuff and keep her, in that loop because he's in a loop, been in a loop, and this just allegedly, by the way. And I say that because look at black and white he wear every photo. You know, you know. And look, she cooped up with this dude, can't leave, being treated wrong. Of course, she gonna eventually. It's like if you keep on poking at an animal, it's gonna attack. Not to say that she's an animal, but that's how they try to make her. But now that she attacked, oh, let's humiliate her, and she's crazy. She's an alcoholic, all of this and that. She don't really have no money because the labels play her out the contract and all of this stuff. And not to say that they was done to understand because she was young. The people in the '70s was very educated, very intelligent, just like every other generation, time and time again. These people know stuff. They're not dumb at all. But when you constantly traumatized and around people that's doing this witchcraft, it keep you blind. And not, like she said, not seeing the truth. They put that veil over her. Like they do so many people with dreams and talent, and they use them up to their advantage. It's very sad because now they are slandering her name, humiliating her. She's some bitter woman, drunk alcoholic. Like that's not even the case. Her dad was abusive, a miserable man, dealing with unresolved trauma. So he's taking it out on the family, affecting their life. Decisions to where she's dealing with a similar type of dude, and he's more occulted, like demonic in nature. Damn, right? And she's saying this now. I haven't seen, but I got discernment. I got a little common sense more than a lot of people, and I just figure this shit out. It's just the way that I see it. And that's crazy for hurt people. You run around with unresolved trauma, think you can hurt everybody, and you play with the wrong person and got unalive. Not everybody deal with your bullshit. You feel me? That's why mental health is important. Run around not dealing with your trauma, unresolved trauma can have you acting out like this, creating habits that's unhealthy that get you killed. I mean, it's sad, but it is what it is. You know, mental health awareness is very, very important to be aware of the thoughts that you carry on. All of this stuff, right? It all plays a part. Because look what happened and look who he affected. And, you know, it's a trickle down event. You fucked up, which is fucked up, but that fucks up other people as well, you know. You not only hurt yourself, but you hurt others as well when you go unchecked, untreated, issues resolved, or suffering in silence. She's really pretty, Joe. It was just stuff didn't have her best intent. I could see her trying to, you know, it's sad, Joe. People with mindsets like that, No matter what's going on around you. Prime example of how to, you know, pursue happiness despite it all, despite it all. She's very courageous. Very, very. And I get that to her too because, when you hurt, it's kind of easy to shed away from life, not engage with people, and not even pursue your dreams. Especially when you're pursuing your dreams, everything looks successful to everybody else, but you're not seeing the results, You're not getting your worth. Nobody around you wants you to see you have your worth. Nobody really wants to see you happy. That's what I see in her life. The people around, they just parasites, using her up her energy and her gifts and her talent. And she's just freely giving because she's suffering. There was already industry plans. I don't know where the other two girls came from. I don't know who dies or whoever the dude was that Chili came through. But y'all don't contribute as much to the group. I mean, they do, but you know who the group was basically. Lisa Left Eye. We enjoyed the pretty girls together, but it is what it is. All of them was attacking her and using her. Yeah, sad. $10 million. You basically left with two. All the, I mean, and just like first week, usually they be like, how much did you sell in 1 week? We're not talking about no how long did it sell in the whole year. Album drop next week, how much you made? That's how it went. Cause like every month, a few different artists was dropping either the same week or that's just what it was. The top charts, the Billboard charts, every every month, somebody number one for 3 months. They got 12 weeks, the number one chart. Somebody been on there for 52 weeks. They've been on the number one for the whole year, and so on. With that first week, right? They make $10 million selling the album as soon as the album released. Sometimes they do this overnight, but at least after that 1 week, they got a week period, right? Just like any other worker. Put the work in, you wait a week later, you get paid. Just if they're paying every week. Now, out of 10 million, I'm pretty sure they only spent 2 million to do all of this stuff. Print the CD covers, the album, the pictures, all of this, right? And then they probably spent like 2 more million, and that's probably on studio time and what I was gonna say. Basically, studio time to make the songs, and really that's it. Cause you making an album, they don't got nothing to do with touring. Well, no, that's not it. You're gonna do advertising and marketing too. So she damn near right. When I think about it, I mean, I don't know how much to make a CD back then, pressing, but I'm pretty sure not much. I used to make CDs myself. I spent $5, 10 blank CDs, use my computer, and bootleg songs. Y'all remember Napster? And I was doing that shit. I was making like 10 CDs off $5. So it didn't cost me much to do this shit. And if I wanted to make songs to studio time, I could have used Beat Garage to make the beats and record it. And that only cost the power of Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi bill every month. So overall, you can go with any Wi-Fi service too. So it's probably like $100 a month. Not even a month. Just $100 invested on the Wi-Fi I need. Well, let's just say $1 million will get me super straight with all of that shit. Marketing, advertising, everything. I get the shit done cheaper than that. So honestly, it don't take no fucking $1 million, $2 million to make all these CDs and albums and all that. No, I just don't see it. But nevertheless, let's even be fair to say they spent 5 million. It don't seem right. Like 5 million. I don't know. But if they did, I would want all of it back. They wouldn't have got nothing. Cause that's a smooth double up. Just about. I don't know, man. What I do know is I could take you to the nicest places, the stuff that cost the most, and then be like, yeah, this is where all your money went to, and give you a little receipt and how you figure it out. Now, studio time at $4 million, that's where all the money going to, because that's way too much. I know a little spot in Illinois where you could spend $25 an hour, and we don't need no whole fucking day long. $500 the most, maybe, if we want to play around and we ain't really got no projects. You know, we're gonna just be there for a while. But $4 million, like, come on, dog, that's ridiculous. I don't give a fuck if you got a water fountain in there, if these projects or these tools, whatever, right? Make the fucking song itself. I can't do it. That's way too much money. That's where all of the money went to, them playing games about studio time. And I knew it was gonna be a part of their payments or whatever, right? That's behind it, not the drill, but this right here. This is Minerva, I believe. This is a Greek god. This is that occult stuff. Pretty interesting. This here in the room with her, and they, you know what I'm saying, like, and it's right here. This is it. This don't make no sense, dog. Wait, this one of them. I know it's some Greek shit, though. I forgot which one it was. But they be in that idol worship stuff, Joe. I'll pull it up again on my own time. Here you go. This is what that girl got. I knew it. Well, there she is again. Let me go back. This. So that's a goddess of mercy. See, I'm not playing when I say this stuff, like, dead serious. They really be trying to. Why would you have anything but Christ? What is this stuff about? But idol worship. doing the right thing. Knowing damn well it don't cost that much to record music. Like, come on, dog. For real now. When you get too deep in this cult stuff, they don't want you to get out. They're saying any type of they can at you, whatever they can to keep you around and fucking bugging, B. That's how these people is. They fucking bug. You get away, you try to divide yourself from that shit. Now they sending demons, they're sending all types of spiritual attacks. And I believe that's exactly what that was. They sent something to kill her, but it missed because she was working her own magic. Not magic, but she was getting closer to God, and God was protecting her. And it was just too much. Eventually, she didn't have nobody on her team helping her pray and praying for her, and God called her home. That's what I believe. But you can see like near death experiences, just like how death come around you. People be praying on your demise. Threes, it makes me think this was a side. She died at 30. 30,000 people came to her thing, and it was like, I mean, when it happened, we was shocked. We knew that she was like transitioning or whatever, but this hit us all by surprise. Just like with Aaliyah and with Michael Jackson. That was a day. I bet you they took care of project she had going on out there to have access to those kids. Cause I mean, how do they know all this stuff if they're not following her around and in her business? Oh, and if you didn't know, the person that was helping her achieve her mental health died supposedly some mysterious way, which I don't even remember how, but this shit crazy, and it just make you think, like, can you really get out? Mhm. When I look in the mirror, I see beauty, but it gives and goes much deeper than looks. My thought process is beautiful to me, and I kind of slandered that reading, but that's dope. So there's another girl out too, Blue Contrail. She was popping. These are like the three top chicks I want to listen to, even for the guys. TLC, everybody know Rain Falls. Probably not another enough of that stuff, but we all know Lisa Rap. She was on a lot of hits. Blue Contrail, she got this one little melody. It's just like, man, it's dope. And of course, we all know Aaliyah. She was the sweetest. She was the dopest. In my opinion, if they was around, they would be like the Lil Waynes of the rap. They would be like the Mariah Carey of the, you know what I'm saying? Missy, she was out doing her thing. She was the dopest, like hands down. But wasn't too many people really fucking with nobody, none of them. Like you would have never had no Lil Kim. Well, yeah, Kim was already out, but you would have never had no Nicki Minaj. You would have never had no fucking Cardi B. Uh, Glorilla would have made her way regardless. She dope, but you wouldn't have had no Megan Thee Stallion and stuff like that, because they would have been on here just still killing the game. And as creative as they was back then, ain't no telling how creative they would have been now. Practicing their craft, you're only gonna get better. Just like Michael Jackson, like I kind of grew up listening to him. That's why they hurt me a lot too when he died. I was like, damn, Mike gone. And I was witnessing his trial and everything, like his changes and stuff. But they always a part of something that I didn't know that was deeper than what I could really understand was going on. Because the signs and symbols was always there. And I ain't gonna say that I think this stuff true. I do believe that there is some type of facts to the stuff that they got going on behind the scenes. But I like the Beyonce as well, but I ain't Aaliyah and Left Eye. But he had no choice because that's who's out right now. That's all we got. That's what they pushing right now. And no disrespect to her contributions to the music industry at all. But I tell y'all, Greek, Hindu, Egyptian, whatever, right? These are deities. These are idols that they worship. Just like if you got your picture of Jesus Christ, you run over there a time to it. This is idol worshiping. This is the prime example. With that type of power that she had and the influence she had, they couldn't control her narrative. So they had to get rid of her. And she didn't want to participate in what they did. 26 days later, she died. Her unedited tapes were left behind. Ain't that something? Some of this is good, but be careful on too much stuff you dabble in because some of this stuff ain't no dabbling out. And that's just word to the wise. You will attract certain spiritual situations in your life that you really can't fight. And once you come to certain agreements with certain spirits, you're bound to that agreement, whether you like it or not. So she thought. So she thought. That mindset, worshiping in those deities, led her there, and it amplified the situation that led her to her sacrifice. Is what I think and believe. And plus, dealing with other people, demons. Just because they're demons, that doesn't mean they're going to get along. This demon might not like that demon, therefore they're going to battle each other. This one might get jealous of that one. Who knows? But in my mind, I believe it's possible. Totally believe it's possible. And there are different levels of suffering. When they get into this type of stuff, I've looked into it. I don't think they're playing at all about the levels of suffering that these demons are in. Certain ones are jealous of the other levels that certain ones aren't suffering in. My opinion could be where this stuff comes from, as far as you think you would a group of entities, this Greek god or whatever these deities, thinking you're all safe because everybody believe in the same deity or whatever, right? You with this cult, this group. That doesn't mean everybody in that group is going to be happy for you or has the best intentions for you. Just like every Christian, just because I'm a Christian, doesn't mean every Christian is going to like me or have my best intentions. No, that's exactly what I'm saying, and that's all I'm saying. Be careful who you pray with and who you pray to. Then you can see these little check, like this ain't no coincidence. As much as I was girl, she was with the shit. She was definitely with the shit. Maybe she didn't know, maybe she did, but eventually this is the wrong side to be on. Getting into all these different spiritual practices, thinking that this is the way to go, and thinking that it's normal. This is how the enemy tricks you. Oh, this normal. You just seeing this and you seeing that, and all these experiences. Not saying that they're not unnormal, but a lot of this stuff people put on themselves. Majority of the time, not all of the time. Like, look at this, right? Of course, she leads the left eye, but what is this part about, though? I mean, come on, dog. It's there. She didn't really like it too much. She tried to get out of it, is what I believe. But she was too late, and she felt like she probably couldn't come back to Christ, so she tried other things and just stayed there lost. Sadly to say, but this is my opinion. And this could have been a humiliation ritual. Who knows? But I still think dude has something to contribute to all of this as well, as far as making it come to life, making her act out in a way that she can be embarrassed. Things that they wanted her to do that she was paying in, that she was too far into, too deep into. She she didn't want to do it. She wasn't gonna do it. So they had to amplify her feelings to make her feel a way to act on those feelings. The manipulation. And there you go with that split mind, with that K mind ultra thing. I think I don't know for sure. I'm just saying what I think. I mean, I thought I was really baffled by that, but I'm glad she's speaking on it because it did just go past my mind. It did just slip past my ear. I heard that, and I was like, well, I didn't know what to think about it at the time, so I didn't say anything. But now that she's saying something about it, I really believe that she was probably possessed at that time. That entity got a hold of her, it committed this sin, and it got up out of her. And she was like, "Oh, I woke up somewhere, not knowing where I'm at. I don't deserve to be here." Just like the recent event just happened with the Old Time Road dude. I mean, come on, dog. Assaulted an officer, a peace officer treatment. This is a fucking reverse play, like a reverse or a draw two Uno card. It's like they playing the same card, the same script, just a different person, a different time, but in the same place of California too. So it's like, really, what's going on, dog? And I would have never put those two and two together if it didn't just happen, because it's happening all of the time with different people, with different wild stuff that they're doing. But it's no coincidence to me that this event played out back then and just played out like last month. And he's saying the same thing as she said back then. Oh, I was in a trance. I don't know what happened. You were possessed, dog, from playing with all these different spiritual things and thinking it's cool and sweet and nothing to come about it. That's where those alternative personalities come from, because they really are somebody else. And that person probably was telling them that's exactly who it is who's using them at the moment to commit these atrocious acts. Like she said, I blame it on Nina for my sins or whatever, whatever. She's not playing no games, and I believe she's dealing with these different personalities. And that's how the devil come, that light, that fire, like, yeah, you did my deed, good job. Now die with it, because this fire is going to keep you in this trance till I could collect. Because look what possessed her to do this. She come in, the chaos going on. This all could have been a ritual that dude was doing to get her to do that. And I don't know. These people do some weird stuff. And like when you young, you don't see this stuff, nothing serious. You don't, it goes over your mind so easy. It's really sad though, but it's going on now. It's stuff time. It's so much nonsense. You like, oh, here goes something else, here goes somebody else. But this stuff really just go past your mind. Like you don't really have time to process what's going on and what's it about. And that's something to think about too. Like at that young mind, that young age, and we're being influenced in this kind of way. Like, I mean, to think about it now and look back now is like, wow, you know, the influences that we had, and then the switches and all this crazy shit, right? Enticing them to go throw their life away, go to jail to be a driller or whatever, right? And he probably like 27, 28. At the time, we like 15, 13, you know what I'm saying? Listening to these artists and stuff. I don't know how old he is now. Let me see. Oh, not to spell Arsenio. Okay. He's 69 years old. So he was born in 1956. Yeah, he was way, way older than us, twice our age. This is Arsenio Hall. Can you see it? No, you can't really see it. Arsenio Hall, age 69 years old. That is fucking crazy. And this was back in 1990 something. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So he was 40 years old around this time. Like he got a 40-year-old telling some 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, we was younger than that, like 14, 15, about this type of shit. Look, hey, look, you can't even tell that he was no fraud at this time. And look at these creeps in the crowd. These girls is like, I don't know. She was born in the 70s, so he was like 20 years old. Well, yeah, like 20 years old, 70, 59. So she was like, if she 18 or even 15 or however old, he already uh 30 years old. Just about 30, half her age. So she 15, he's 27, 32, around that age. 93. She was born in 73. So she was like, let me see, 70, 80. I think she was born in 73 or 70 something. So she was in her teens, late teens around this time. She must have been like 18, 19. But at this age, he was born in the 50s. He was already about 40 years old, late 30s, almost 40. And look at the type of people that was around, the industry, the influence, you know. And her audience was a teenage group because she was just almost about adult. Yeah, like a slow burn, meaning that shit wasn't popping. We wasn't going for none of that. We had all type of, if you want to say, conscious music, conscious people who was promoting healthy lifestyles and everything like that, which was slowly getting taken away. But it happened kind of like overnight. It's like one year. It wasn't even a year. It's like this season we get this good uplifting music, this conscious type music. The next season is straight, started watered down until eventually it is what it is. They mumbling and saying all this crazy stuff. You don't even know what they were talking about. And I believe the same thing, like Beautiful Life cut too soon. But I also agree with her what she said. You might not really entertain these people if you know you. And that's the question that I'll leave you guys with. These people that you really, really look up to, was to tell you blatantly or indirectly, if you really knew the signs and symbols of what these guys doing, who they really worship, would you really um, support them? But nevertheless, peace and blessings. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe to my channel, and comment what your thoughts is. Peace and blessings.